Good morning. I think I'm going to start the videos off a little bit differently. I've been kind of brainstorming about how I want to do these intros, and I think I've come up with an idea. So we're going to do thought of the days, right? Like little quotes or just things that I've been thinking about. So today's thought of the day: never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. By Marcus Aurelius. Um, to me, I think that just really emphasizes the importance of being present every day, right? You could spend an entire lifetime worrying about what is to come, and during that time, you will never be able to focus on what is currently happening in front of you, which is something that I think I've taken to heart recently. So yeah, be present, get a lift in, be a better version of yourself every day. Um, Today's another snow day. Pretty awesome. Don't have to go to work again. So gonna been hanging out all morning. Val's been playing out in the snow. My dog been playing in the snow. So I'm about to lift here in like 30 minutes to an hour. Get that lift in, and then the rest of the day is kind of up to me. I think I might go take my snowboard out and just test it out. Um, Today is going to be weaknesses day. So what does that mean, right? So coach and I, when I first got with him, we identified a few body parts of mine that we thought were lagging behind and needed additional assistance. So for me, that's shoulders, traps, biceps. Um, so that's what I do on weaknesses day, right? It's kind of like an arm day, just because of the muscle groups we happen to be hitting. But like if I had other lagging body parts, we'd be hitting those too, right? So it's not technically like an arm day specifically. So yeah, just putting some extra volume on those, trying to build them up over time. On the last video, I had a comment about meal prepping. So next week, next Sunday, I'm going to be putting out like a full length meal prep video about what I do, why I do it, how I do it, and how I prep 5 meals a day for 7 days a week. So should be a pretty good time. But other than that, let's get to the lift. So we ran into some audio problems here, but I'll just do a little bit of a voiceover. Here I am warming up my shoulders, making sure that I've got some lightweight dumbbells, and I'm just like doing some basic side laterals, and then I'll bring my shoulder up at like head height and then rotate it towards the top of my head just to make sure that my rotator cuffs and everything are warm. Um, and here we get the first set of side laterals. We're going to be doing 40-pound dumbbells here. I can go heavier, but then my form gets a little bit sloppier. So again, delts don't need a crazy amount of weight to stimulate them. So I'm using 40 pounds, just trying to keep the weight moving properly without having to swing it too much. We are looking at 3 sets of 20 reps. So I want to make sure that while I am still putting out high effort, I'm not allowing myself to burn out early and then sacrificing my form later in the sets. The second set here, I really like these movements, simply because like I feel like I have more ability to control the load in my delt in comparison to doing a cable lateral raise. I don't know what it is about doing both of them simultaneously, but it just feels more stimulating, and I'm less likely to transfer the load to a different part like my trap or like whatever else, right? So really, really like this movement. Okay, so I am doing shoulder press here. Went 5 pounds up this week, so I had to go grab my buddy to spot me. Um, Really happy with how the weight moved here. Uh, just focusing on not allowing the weight to like bounce at the bottom. Trying to not go too quick. I could probably still slow it down a little bit. Just really focusing on the negative here. But I was shooting for 12 to 13 reps unassisted, but I ended up getting like 14 reps unassisted. He like didn't touch. He put his hand on me on the 14th rep, like right here, right there, barely helped me. And then the last rep, he gave me a little bit of assistance. But hey, all in all, super happy with how this set came out. That is plus 5 pounds from last week. Second set, drop the pound weight down to 80-pound dumbbells, which is what I was doing last week. Just, again, looking to get 12 to 13 unassisted. I did not have him spot me because the intention here is if I get to 12 or 13 and I fail, I'm just going to continue to try and press the weight safely, effectively, but just giving it everything that I possibly can without a spotter. It's the great thing about dumbbell movements is you don't always need to have a spotter with you. So I think I got like 13 right there. I just realized that there's a chance that my microphone has been off this entire recording. So hopefully not. Hopefully I bumped it at some point and it turned off. But if that's the case, I apologize. I'll probably do like a voiceover or something of the first little bit of footage. But anyway, third set. Gonna stick with the 80s. We'll see how the reps go. But weight's moving well, so I'm optimistic. Fuck. Whew. All right, now moving on to some super high inclines for 2 sets. The intention here is to isolate front delt and upper pec. We just isolated our like mid delts, front delts with the vertical shoulder pressing. Now we're decreasing the angle a little bit while still keeping it very high. Like I would never want to actually I wouldn't want to think that I'm doing incline bench press at this angle with the intention of hitting my chest, because I'm not doing that. I'm hitting my shoulders, right? So 2 sets here, same weight basically. Let's go. Come on. All right. So last set of pressing movements. So really just looking for some efficient weight control here. Fuck. Hit some shrugs. Oh, 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 oh. Uh, there's not really much to say about these other than the fact that like I'm doing them chest supported, so that way I'm not wasting energy trying to stabilize the weight while I'm shrugging it, right? So pick up some heavy weight, pinch your traps together, shrug it, don't bend your elbows, good to go. All right, this next movement that we're doing, Y raises. So lightweight, 15 pounds, right? Super manageable. Come in here, same position we were in earlier, and then I'm coming out, in a Y, right? Raising my arms in a Y, hitting my delts, my upper traps, doing like a burnout set, like 30 to 40 reps. So here we go. My phone stopped recording because I ran out of storage, so I just deleted like 1,000 photos. Don't worry, I have them backed up on my computer. I was doing that all night last night, all morning this morning was putting copies of stuff over to my computer, so I had more gigs of storage on my phone. So last set here, again, going for like 30 to 40 reps. Bicep movement, keeping the weight light, really going for control here. So No. No. All right, last bicep movement of today. Doing a low cable curl, looking for like a really good squeeze at the top. I like this movement because I can get such a good stretch throughout the extended position of my bicep, I guess. So yeah, let's get to it. Unfortunately, this side of the gym has a lot more ambient noise, so hopefully I can attempt to talk enough to keep that down, but let's do some posing. I'm right here in front of the windows, so hopefully like the whiteness of the snow doesn't make me look ultra pale. But in the thought of the day, we were talking about being present, right? Um, and I think that also ties into like maintaining perspective, because I think one thing that we have a hard time doing as people that engage in fitness of any level, right? You have a hard time remembering where you started and maintaining perspective throughout the process and not getting down on yourself every day. Because I get into that rut, right? Of like every day looking at yourself in the mirror and like, holy shit, I should look way bigger than this. I should look way better than this. When in reality, you do look or feel or perform leaps and bounds better than you used to. You're just having a hard time in maintaining perspective. Um, so take the check-in photos, take the progress pics, video yourself hitting the big weight, right? Doing whatever you got to do, so that way 6 months from now, a year from now, you can check back and be like, oh shit, I used to bench 225, now I can bench 315, right? So just maintain perspective, enjoy the process. That's all it's about. Shoulders are pumped. Um, there's a few different variations hitting like the most muscular. I'm still trying to figure out which one I like, but for the most part, my favorite is right here, hand, like knuckles together, putting my palms together as well, and then just all right. Let's head home. Okay, I could try and claim to you that I know what I'm doing, but that would be a lie. Going snowboarding for the first time this weekend. So we got some snow at the house. It's like a school. It's like a front yard of a school in my neighborhood. I figured I'd come over here and see if I can mess around on the snowboard. You know, I don't have high hopes.
You got it, man.
Here we go. Holy crap, I am pretty sore from like an hour of messing around on the snowboard. So that was intense. Um, so all in all, with the lift today, very happy with how the weight moved. Again, my shoulder pressing was up 5 pounds from last week, which is always good. Side laterals stayed the same. I increased weight on that like infrequently because I don't know. I don't want to, like I said in the video, I don't want to sacrifice my form just for the intention of moving weight up. So as long as I still get good stimulus from the weight, I usually keep it the same. Here in 3, 4, 5 weeks, maybe I'll probably bump it up to like the 45s. Because I was doing like the 50s and 55s a few months ago, but I was just like, I had to look at myself in the mirror and be like, hey, dude, you're swinging this weight way too much. But anyway, with the shoulder pressing, like talking about technique, right? I could slow down the shoulder pressing. Used to, I was like definitely putting up a little bit too much weight and then pushing it past the limit to where I was being unsafe, kind of like I was attempting reps where, like, my arm would kind of buckle backwards and just things that could potentially be unsafe for your joints and your skeletal structure. But yeah, so form is definitely better than it used to be. With the snowboarding, that was eye-opening. Probably, you might think I'm joking, but I'm being pretty serious. I might use that as my cardio because we're going to be going like once a week, once every other week for at least a day at a time. So like, yeah, I mean, that whooped my butt for an hour. So going for a full day at a time should be able to burn a lot of calories. But anyway, we got legs tomorrow morning. Gonna move some weight. I'm excited to shoot that video and put it out. I hope y'all enjoy it. Again, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, leave a suggestion of some things you'd like to hear. Ask some questions. I'll address them in the next video. But other than that, have a good weekend.